That's me, Dr. Jen Landa's product tip of the day. My product secret of the day is that's Dr. Jen Landa's product secret of the day.
These are Dr. Jen Landa's tips for looking better, living healthier, and living longer. I call these Landa's lessons for living a healthier life. If I told you that there was one thing that you needed to do to have energy all day and keep weight off, would you do it? I can change your life with one secret. The best way to lose weight and how to have energy all day long. And you only need to do one thing every single day. The answer? Eat protein within 1 hour of waking up. So why does eating protein within 1 hour of waking up change your life? Eating protein within an hour of waking up does a few things. Number one, it helps you keep your blood sugar more stable. After not eating all night, you're essentially fasting and your blood sugar is really low. If you eat the typical things that people eat for breakfast, you're eating lots of carbohydrates. Nothing necessarily wrong with certain carbohydrates, but they spike your blood sugar. And what goes up must come down. And if you don't have any protein at the same time, you're not going to be able to prolong the elevated blood sugar. That's what protein does. It kind of catches the blood sugar on the way down and keeps that curve smoother so that you don't have a crash in blood sugar, because a crash in blood sugar is going to crash your energy. It's also going to cause insulin release. When you eat high sugar, it causes insulin to be released. And sometimes the body makes even too much insulin. The problem is insulin puts weight on you. That's why eating protein within an hour of getting up is going to keep your blood sugar more stable, and that's going to help you have energy and help you keep weight off. Eating protein within an hour of getting up will stabilize your blood sugar until you have lunch. It also stabilizes your insulin levels, which will help you lose weight and keep it off. I believe that you should get protein in within an hour because really you want it in as soon as possible because you want to get your blood sugar levels up, but you don't want to spike them up. So I know you may be tired of having eggs as your protein in the morning, so I've got 3 additional options for you. Number 1, I'm a shake girl. I have a shake almost every morning for breakfast, right after I get done with my workout or sometimes right before. Shakes are just quick and easy. I don't have to fuss with it. I can throw my veggies in there. I can throw some berries in there. I also throw chia seeds and flaxseed and cocoa powder, all these things in it to make it healthier. And it's still quick and it's easy and it's delicious. I look forward to it every morning and it gives me energy. One of my 88-year-old patients, her name is Millie, she calls her shakes her power shake and she will not start the day without them. Protein shakes are easy, fast, and simple for me. When I'm running around in the morning and I don't have a lot of time, I just make a protein shake and that's why I love it. It's so quick and easy. Number 2, have dinner for breakfast. Yeah, I know it sounds a little weird, but you get used to it. Chicken, lean pork, turkey, steak, whatever you had for dinner, just make a little extra so that you have some leftover for breakfast. And have the veggies too. I love veggies all day long, so throw them in. Number 3, when I'm craving some cereal, I love to use quinoa. I use quinoa, I throw in some nuts and seeds, I use some coconut milk, and a couple of drops of lo han guo, and it makes an awesome cereal, and it's packed with protein. If you're a health nut like me, quinoa is one of your best protein options for breakfast. So number 1, protein shakes. Number 2, dinner for breakfast. And number 3, quinoa cereal. Just this tip alone will change your life.
I've got a tip for you that is an aphrodisiac that's not even a product. It's just something that you've got to learn to do. Men learn it, and women make your man do it. This tip is a super secret sex tip. So simple, but most people don't know anything about it. It makes me crazy. You know how when a man walks you into a restaurant, he holds the door with one hand and the other hand, he puts his hand behind the small of your back, or hopefully he does, because it's really sexy when he does, right? Well, here's why. All of your genital nerves, all the nerves to your vagina and everything down below is in the small of your back, basically. It starts in the small of your back and then goes down, travels down to those areas. So if a man stimulates the small of your back, it can stimulate the whole area. So have your man start with a massage. Have him start with your neck and shoulders to get you a little loosened up, and have him work his way down to the small of your back and pay extra attention to that area right around those butt dimples. That's the area where these nerves start. So guys, listen, when you're escorting your woman into a restaurant, put your hand on the small of her back and give a little pressure there. You're going to activate her whole erogenous zones. And when you're doing that sexy massage, make sure to spend a little extra time on that spot. And when you do, whisper some sweet nothings in her ear. Whisper something really hot that you want to do to her. The two things together, totally in.
My energy tip of the day is that you need to stop during the day. You need to stop during the day to do deep belly breathing. So what do I mean by deep belly breathing? What I mean is that instead of taking a deep breath in your chest like this, so that your chest rises and falls, try taking a deep belly breath by putting your hand on your belly and feeling your belly expand and then contract as you let the breath out. If you take those deep belly breaths, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, and that takes stress off you. Taking stress off you is going to instantly give you more energy. So I recommend you do 10 deep belly breaths twice a day. It's only going to take a few minutes and it's going to energize your day. My diet tip of the day is you want to eat small amounts of fat at every meal. So what do I mean by that? It could be 8 almonds. It could be a quarter of an avocado. These are healthy fats. These healthy fats actually help you burn fat. They help you stay fuller longer so you don't blow it and eat things that you don't want to eat. My sex tip of the day is to figure out what your strongest sense is. Some women are auditory, some are olfactory. I know for me, certain smells get me more in the mood. So figure out what you are. If you're auditory, visual, olfactory, if it's your sense of touch, figure out what your strongest sense is, and then make a sexy playlist to play up that sense and share it with your partner so they know how to turn you on. My hormone tip of the day is to get rid of things that are disrupting your hormones. There are chemicals that you're exposed to every day. One of them is called BPA, and you can find it in the linings of cans, like canned food, and you also find it as a coating on receipts that you get. You know that really funny, weird coating when you get a receipt? It feels kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it exactly. Kind of slippery almost. That coating is BPA, and BPA is a chemical that can disrupt your hormones, and it can act like a hormone, especially the hormone estrogen. But it acts much more strongly than your normal estrogen. It binds to your receptors and stays on your receptors, sometimes for many months, longer than natural estrogen would. And that can totally screw up your hormones, causing infertility, fibroids, and more problems. So whatever you do, stay away from BPA. One other tip, you can find BPA also in plastics sometimes. So when you get a plastic water bottle, let's say, for instance, a permanent reusable plastic water bottle, make sure it says BPA free on it. My supplement tip of the day is rhodiola. 100 milligrams of rhodiola twice a day will help you to keep from making too much cortisol. And too much cortisol can put weight on you, can increase your blood pressure, increase your blood sugar, and keeping cortisol down will help reduce your stress levels and give you more energy. My anti-aging tip of the day is to make sure that you get enough iodine for healthy thyroid function. So it used to be easy for you to get lots of iodine because you used to eat lots of iodized salt. That's how the government solved our problem of not being able to get enough iodine. But now that you're trying to be more healthy, I bet you've cut back on salt, right? So here's a simple way to get iodine into your diet. Add seaweed to your diet. Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but here's the easy way to do it. You can get kelp flakes
and they literally are little flakes. They almost look like goldfish flakes. They're in a little jar like that. And you can sprinkle them on your salads or really on any meal. It adds some flavor, and it definitely adds a good boost of iodine to keep your thyroid function healthy. I think the anti-aging field picked a poor name, really. I would rather see us go with optimal aging, because that's what I'm really after. I'm not fighting against aging. You know what? I'm 46 and I feel like I'm getting better every year. And that's what I want people to realize, that just because they've reached a certain age, I want you to realize that just because you've reached a certain age, whatever that magic age is, it doesn't mean that you have to stop growing and improving and heading toward your most optimal self that you can be. And that can be at any age, 70s, 80s, even beyond that.
My beauty tip of the day is to take more baths. And I don't mean just any bath, but take a bath with Epsom salts. Magnesium salt, that is. Dr. Teal's is one of my favorites. It's packed with magnesium, and that magnesium actually absorbs into your body. Number one, a lot of women tend to be deficient in magnesium. The reason this is a beauty tip is because magnesium helps reduce wrinkles. So you can reduce wrinkles on your whole body by soaking in Epsom salts. Another bonus, magnesium helps make you calmer, and it can help you get off to sleep better. So a nice bath in the evening in magnesium salt, Epsom salt, can help you get off to sleep and help you be more beautiful. What could be better?